Hey everybody, this is the fourth quarter of the SOMSFA semifinal. The Denver Broncos at the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins were the number one seed. They are leading 29-21. They had actually led 16 points with a chance to go up by 17 when their kicker missed the extra point. Then Kurt just drove down and got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to make it a one-score game. 8-point lead, 9:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Slant to Austin Hooper here on 2nd and 9. Gus Edwards, or the threat of Gus Edwards running the ball, has been a big part of this. It's helped Mariota to be pretty efficient. Let's look at the box score real quick. Um, Mariota is 14 for 18 for 195 and 2 touchdowns. Dalton, who took over for Kessler, is 12 for 18 with a touchdown. And it looks like Edwards is averaging 8.8 yards per attempt, 10 for 88. 3rd and 2 here. Edwards in the blocking back set. Ian Thomas is the blocker. He's a 0-0. Sideline right to Edelman. Guessed wrong. There's only one linebacker there. And that's going to be 12 yards. That's what you get when you have a runner like Gus Edwards. You're going to get more run calls. And look at Mariota. I feel like Mariota's card in this set is just ridiculously overcarded. You know, everything maxed out flat. He's super effective in strat in the 2018 card set. Off tackle right to Edward. Guessed right. Remember, he has a short gain on 6 and 8. Guessed right. So it needs to land on the right spot, or I'm sorry, on 7 and 9. Oh, it was a pass call. Sorry. Either way, it would have been a short gain, guessed right, or guessed wrong. 15 yards and another first down. And now they're down to the Denver 40. You have to almost key this card. There's 4 unfatigued carries left, then another 4. There's an inside run to Edwards. Guessed wrong, but there's a man in the zone. And that's going to go for 4 yards. Linebacker in zone 0 or +4, and Wesley Woodyard comes up short. Of course, that's good he was in the zone, because on a line buck, on a 6, it would have been center +12 or +4. So 2nd and 6. Let's take a look at Miami's field goal kicker. So out to the 37, he's 2 through 6 and 12. Second and 6. Flare right to Thomas. He's been going with that flare right lately. Only if Kurt's got 4 rated linebackers on the outside. That's going to pick up 8 guessed right. So those receivers that he has also, it's like the team was built just right, because Edelman, Hooper, Thomas, Woods, and even Edwards does well on flat passes guessed wrong. You wouldn't think of Edwards as a pass catcher, but he's got a lot of double-digit gains guessed wrong. So 1st and 10 now. Quick out left to Hooper. Kurt really hoping for a turnover here. And Joe, the coach of Miami is Joe Daly. Coach of Denver is Kurt Retzlaff. This is a semifinal game, so we're into the final 4. Let's take a look at the standings for SOMSFA. If I can find them here, do I have them? I may have to pull them down again. That was an incomplete pass on 1st and 10. I'll tackle right to Edwards. It's just not enough to call a run, though. There's that 7 and 9, but this time it works. It lands on a bad number for Mr. Edwards. There's not very many of them. Let's look at SOMSFA. Okay. Third and 11. Denver needing a stop here. 3-3-5 defense. Inside run to Edwards. Guessed wrong, but it's a white die. 1 is looming. And it's only going to gain a yard, so let's see what Kaimi Fairbairn can do. So he needs a 9-10 to miss to keep this a one-score game. And it hits on an 11. So that's a 10-point lead, or an 11-point lead, excuse me, with under 5 minutes to go when Denver gets the ball back. Tall order for sure. They got a long kickoff return earlier in the game. Let's look at the box score. There were some other big plays. I started watching a little bit and then decided to go ahead and broadcast the fourth quarter, or as much of the fourth quarter as I could. So we had an interception. That was against Cody Kessler early in the game. That's when he went to Dalton, I believe. I wasn't watching then. 42 yards connection from Dalton to Sammy Watkins. And a sack. Each of them have had a sack and a 49-yard return. That was a big return I was mentioning by Denver. Flare right to Ellison. It's going to be incomplete. Dalton is in the game. If Miami can hold on here, they would advance to their first SOMSFA Super Bowl. And they'd face either Chicago or San Francisco. That game has yet to be scheduled. Bomb to Calvin Ridley. Guessed right, one man in zone, incomplete. As the home team in the semifinals, Miami has the good pass defense card, whereas Denver was playing with the average one.
Are you on a conference call?
Yeah. You need something? Oh, no, I was just wondering.
No. Are you talking?
No, I'm doing a training video. Well, they can be here. Doesn't bother me.
You're talking in the
Yeah. Yeah. All right, 4th and 11. He's got to go for it here. Incomplete, and that should just about wrap it up. One unfatigued carry left for Gus Edwards. Inside run to him. Guessed wrong. Up against 6 defensive tackles. If you hold him to a field goal here, you still have an outside chance. But that isn't a great comeback team. One heck of a, he spanked me in the early round. Look at that box score. In that game, Dalton couldn't miss. Inside run to Gus Edwards, guessed right. It's 5 yards. So that was the quarterfinal game. And no, it was Kessler, not Dalton. Kessler was just on fire. Kept rolling that 10 on me. Converted 8 of 14 and 67% on third downs. Off tackle right to Edwards on 3rd and 2. And it's going to lose a yard, and he'll have to kick that field goal. So this will make it a 14-point lead with just, it'll be under 2 minutes left by the time Denver takes their first snap. So if they get another long kickoff return, that could help. So kick is good, field goal is good. Kaimi Fairbairn has been perfect today, except for the extra points. He has not missed a field goal though. 35-21, 14-point lead, 1:52 to go. Miami's looking like they're thinking about going with this quick kick, but they kick it deep. Good decision. I don't think Denver will bring that out. So they need like a long gain on Philip Lindsay's card, or a receiver reading on Kirk's or Ridley's card. Get them down the field in a hurry. Lamar Miller also has some big hits. 3, 4, and 11 are the positive yardage plays. And Miller's got that plus 97 on 12. I could change things in a hurry. Gets a couple more guess wrong. 2, 3, or 12. Double team on Kirk correctly. That would have been a 12-yard gain. So nice calls today by Joe and by Kurt. I've seen some good ones on him. But that other team just seems to be too strong. You know, he'd like to at least get in the end zone to make it a single score game and have a chance at getting the ball back with an onside kick. Inside run draw, Lamar is going to set up a 4th and short. He's got big hits on the edges, just about every column. Lindsey's fatigued. He's got a couple of big ones too. He's in there now. Interesting. Well, he's that good guess right, so. Right, a correct call or a nice roll here for Miami will end it. And it gets 3 yards after the -1 for fatigue. A run call there would have ended the game. But let's face it, it's a long shot no matter how you slice it. 35-21. He doesn't even go with the halfback. He's going to try to get some yards through the air. Maybe make some hay while the dump off's still in effect. Flare right to Ellison. It's going to be white die 6. 7-yard gain, does not get out of bounds. $1:15 to go. And Njoku checks in the backfield. It's got some, he's unlimited, so he can go all the way. Sideline right to Ridley. Going to pick up a short gain and does not get out of bounds. 44 yards to go to the end zone. Needs to spike it here. Nope, he just goes hurry up. I think that one extra tick is worth more than the down, but check with me again if it gets to 4th down. Sideline left to Miller. Gastrong's going to pick up 11. Does not get out of bounds again. You only get out of bounds if the white die is a 2, a 4, or a 6. So if it lands on the offensive cards, it's only going to get out of bounds of 1/3 of the time. $37 yards to go. We need some lightning here to even have a chance. Joe's playing it strong to the end, not giving up anything. $13-yard pickup, guess to right to Watkins. Still does not get out of bounds, even though there was a 2/3 chance to get out of bounds. Then he spikes it. Couldn't get it to bounce. White die 6. That doesn't make sense. That's a bug. Should have gotten out of bounds on that one. Unless it was a... No, it's a sideline left. Long to Njoku. Incomplete. Looking to hit that 3, 4, or 11. He'll do that again. Joe would be wise to put 2 men in the zone now. Although, like I said, it doesn't really matter. Even if you would score here, that's going to leave you onside kicking with the second left. Bomb to Watkins, and a sack, and a fumble, and that wraps it up for Miami. They'll just sit on it and take a knee. So the Miami Dolphins advance to the SOMSFA Super Bowl. Congratulations, Joe. They'll face either Chicago or San Francisco. Congratulations, man. That's a pretty big accomplishment. It's going to take a knee here. Take a quick look at the box score. Dalton had a rough day, only completing 50% of his passes. Kessler was yanked early. But Marcus Mariota completes 76% of his passes for a very respectable 10.2 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a 140 quarterback rating. That's just about as good as you can get, almost perfect. And Gus has 17 runs. That's an impact card. 17 runs for 114 with a long of 20, 2 touchdowns. So on to the Super Bowl go the Dolphins. Nice job by Kurt with his Broncos to make it this far. It's always good to get to the Final Four. And that's about it. I'll shut her down. Thanks, guys.